Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Tanisha Burke, and today I'm going to show you how to market your travel business on Facebook. So, one of the things that you definitely want to do is to create a Facebook group. You don't want to create a Facebook business page because with business pages, you are only able to invite people, which means they can decline your invite or they can just ignore it, and then you don't have anybody following you. However, if you create a Facebook group, anyone that you are friends with, you are able to just put them in your group. So how do you create a Facebook group? Go to your home page, click on groups, and then click on create. So from here, you will name your group, the name of whatever your travel business is. And you add people, add one person just to start with. And then you always want to make your group public. And then you would create it. So I'm going to jump over to my travel group that I've been building since, it's been about a year that I've been building this group, Lux Platinum Travel. Now, if you have anyone in your group that loves to travel, this is where you want to put them. You can also find other people on social media. So with the business that I'm in, we have a marketing side and we have a travel side. And so it's super important to not mix the two. So one of the things when you're operating in your travel group, you are acting as a travel agent. So you want to be very careful to not show any other company logos or names in your travel group. Now, you still want to be able to market the product, right? You're selling a travel agency. You still want to be able to market that. So if you look at this particular flyer that we have here about an opportunity meeting, there are no logos or company names in this flyer. So this one is compliant in order to use in your travel group. Same thing with this flyer here. Notice there's no names of any other company. So this is okay to post in your travel group. The other things you want to post in your travel group are just travel quotes, positive things, anything that has to do with travel. So here you see I have just 10 reasons why someone should travel. Here I have an opportunity post where people can come to hear about the opportunity. Again, there's no company names, there's no company logos. It's very generic where they can log in by PC or call in by phone. Another thing that I love to do is to use the app Ripple, R-I-P-L. Ripple allows you to select 8 photos of your choice and you can create slideshows just like this one here. And so I love to use Ripple to create videos of destinations, of different resorts, cruise line companies. I like to use those because it's something extra on your page other than just a picture. There is a free version of Ripple and there's also a paid version. I believe the paid version is $9.99 a month, and that will allow you to add your logo. It allows you to add music that they have already selected, or you can upload your own music. You do want to be careful with copyright infringement if you're going to upload your own music, because Facebook will shut that down and they'll put you in Facebook jail and you can't post for a while. But Ripple has its own inventory of music that you can add to the videos. And again, I just like to use this as a way to market different destinations. It makes people want to watch the video and see what I have. And it's usually a very quick, I'll show you this one, it's only 31 seconds. So that's a nice quick Ripple video there that I use to promote Caribbean Pride 2017. Here, another thing you want to add to that you can post in your travel group is information about passports, right? That's something that everybody needs to know about. So you see here, I have a picture of myself. It's so important to not just be a profile pic posting in your travel group. Show your personality. People want to know who they're doing business with. They want to know, feel like they know who you are. So I'm talking about passports and what you need to know about getting a passport and changes in the passport policy. And then you have a picture of me holding a passport. Here is another idea that I absolutely stole this from my business partner, Lynn, but she actually started a birthday club in her travel group. Again, something fun to make your followers engage with you. So she has just a little thing here saying that we're starting a birthday club. And then in the photo section of your travel group, you have a picture for every month. And so we're just encouraging our followers to go into whichever birthday month they are and to add the date. And then one lucky winner will win a swag bag, a birthday travel swag bag for their birthday. So this is, again, just something fun. A lot of people like this idea. Here's some samples of the different months that we have. And there's a ton of apps that you can use to create, birthday months. So just use any app that you feel comfortable with. I love to post inspirational stuff having to do with travel. This says change your location and you just may change yourself. Love that. Resonated with a lot of people. A lot of people like that comment. And another thing that you want to do is announce new business partners. If someone joins your business, you want the people in your travel group to see that your business is growing. Again, it's super important that when you post about them that you're only marketing or showing that the person started a new business. You don't want to use any other company's name. So I have this generic congratulations post flyer here that says, congratulations on starting a new travel business. There's no company names or anything or logos on this, with a picture. And then again, just a brief bio about the person, shouting them out for their birthday. I'm sorry, for joining the business. Yeah, I'm thinking about that birthday club. It's kind of fun. So again, here's some other shout outs to new business partners. Here's me wishing everybody a happy 4th of July. Another opportunity. Again, just something inspirational here about travel. And then here's a video of me going live in my travel group, letting people know that I'm about to do a Zoom broadcast. Again, it's so important that the followers know who you are. They want to feel like they know who you are. So you absolutely want to go live in your group every so often. Now here is where I started posting about travel specials, right? So if you're a travel agent and you're registered with a lot of different suppliers, you probably get a ton of emails of promotions and specials. So I just go in and, a couple times a day, I will take some of the information and I will create a travel post. One thing that you want to do, because there are hundreds and hundreds of different suppliers, I like to put a little code at the end of my travel post so that I know which supplier I'm getting the information. Because if I get a client that says, hey, I'm interested in that, that RIU for $4.99 with air post that you did, can you give me a quote on that? I need to remember, okay, which supplier did I get that from, right? So here I just put a little asterisk and a little code so that I know that I received this special from Vacation Express. Here I'm shouting out my business partner who was promoted. She's a top 100 income earner. Again, if you see with this post, I did not show the name of any company or any logos, just to remain compliant. And another thing that you always want to do when you're posting an income post is to create a call to action. So if you see with this call to action, I say, if you are ready to be coached, mentored, and developed by me, post "I'm ready" in the comments below and let's get you started today. That's important to put because you want other people to see that people are interested in your business. If you were to instead put "inbox me if you're ready," then you might get 30 inboxes, which would be amazing, but nobody knows it but you. So you want that person, whoever might be interested in your opportunity, you want them to post something in the comments so that other people see that people are interested in your business. So if you notice, this young lady says, "I'm coming, don't forget about me." So, I responded to her in that post. Here is another Ripple video that I did for Club Med Sandpiper Bay. Again, I just put a little information. I got this straight from the email from Club Med about the special that they were running. And then I always add in this little section here: book it now, message me. I give my email address, my phone number, and the website to my travel business, to my travel site. And if you see here on Ripple, it allows me to create my logo. Now, this was fun. This was me and my business partner. We were at a hotel. We did a little site inspection, and then we did a brief presentation about our business opportunity. So, again, it was fun and let everybody in the group participate. We did question and answers at the end. Again, here's another Ripple video. So, these are fun because you'll get a lot of views from those. Again, congratulating my new business partner to her 1-star promotion. And if you notice, again, this picture, no company names, no logos. I blacked it out so that I could remain compliant. Other things that you can post in your travel group would be did you know travel trivia type stuff. People like that as well. So, if you create travel group, maybe a group trip, that's something that you can promote in your group. Here I am looking for London business partners. So I'm asking people to post travel in the comments if they want more information about this. Again, no logos. Now, a lot of people often ask me, okay, so when someone posts that they're interested in your business opportunity, how do you respond? What do you say to them? So, one of the things you always want to do is acknowledge them in the post. So, let me find one here where someone posted a dollar sign or said that they were interested. And then I will show you exactly how I responded. But you always want to acknowledge in the post that you saw it and that you're going to inbox them. So, one of the things that I always will say, thank you, I will inbox you now. So, let me find one for you. And you always want to keep a variety. I always say you should do 80% travel related stuff and then 20% income about your opportunity. You don't want your travel group to become a big ad, right? Where you're just constantly trying to recruit people into your business because nobody wants to be sold to. No one's going to want to stay in your group if you're constantly, trying to get people to sign up and partner with you in business. Um, you always want to, provide value, right? Provide value. Sometimes I have packing tips, how to pack a suitcase for the weekend, or things that you need to know to get through TSA security. Different things. You want to provide value to people so that they will stay in your travel group. But if people constantly feel like all you're trying to do is to sign them up to sell them your business opportunity, they will not stay in your group. So you got to be very, very careful about that. So I'm still here trying to find. an income post that somebody, and I had one earlier. Okay, so here's one here. There's two. So this one here, I said post travel in the comments for more information about this opportunity. This is not a job. This is a business opportunity. And I did that just because this says new travel agent positions open today. Usually if people see the word positions, they think it's a job. So I wanted to make sure that anybody who read this will realize that it's not a job. It's a business opportunity. So I have two people here. This person said more info, please. And this person said travel. She commented. So notice I just responded with thank you. I will inbox you now. And then what I do when that person responds, so let me see if I can find that conversation with her. I basically say, hi, Jackie. Thank you for responding to my post about earning extra income in the travel industry. I understand that every opportunity is not for everybody, but everybody does deserve an opportunity. What I would like to do is to schedule an appointment to call you and share my income opportunity with you and answer any questions you may have. Then you can decide for yourself if it's a good fit for you and your family. I will be happy to also share my personal experience. When are you available? So she's seen it. She hasn't responded yet. So she's someone I'm going to follow up with. But once she provides me with a time and a date to share the information with her, then I'm going to send her a video to watch. And I'll say, please watch this video before our call. And then, of course, before our appointment, I'm going to make sure that she's watched the video in full. And then we will take it from there. She'll make a decision. I'll get her on a three-way call. So that's how I typically respond to people. Something else that you can do to help grow your business. So here I am celebrating a business partner who's only been in the business for 2 months, and she's already earned over $2,000 in travel commissions. That's something to celebrate in your group because, again, we're looking for people who want to become travel agents and start their own home-based business. So that's something that you want to do. And you see here, I always try to include a call to action. If you would like more information about this opportunity, post more info in the comments. And here I have some people that congratulated her on her income that she's making. And then again, there's me just posting travel specials and deals. Cuba is a hot destination right now, so I like to post about Cuba. I even have a Ripple video for Cuba, Punta Cana. And then, as you see, every so often I post about, a Zoom presentation that I'm going to be doing because we have those almost daily with my business. And those are Zooms that I personally do. So different things, keep it fresh, keep it exciting. A lot of times people will copy posts from other people's travel groups. And that's great to do that, but you always want to change up the wording. Don't just copy and paste exactly what the other person has. Facebook now has some software that if they see the same exact post being posted several times, they mark it as spam and then they block you. So you'll get put in Facebook jail for spamming people if you copy their posts exactly the way they have it. So you always want to change up at least 50% of the wording. Maybe change the picture. So if you're sharing this picture, this post, let's say you like this post that I did about a Caribbean club luxury condo, you want to be able to, find a different picture to go with that. And then, add some different wordings like, hey, and for your next vacation, how about renting a luxury condo instead of staying at a hotel? So add something special to it to make it uniquely yours. Now, let's talk about how do you find qualified people to get into your travel group. Now, one of the things, if you're starting your travel group for the very first time, one of the things that you absolutely don't want to do is start adding people before you've had a chance to put in, I would say, at least 20 posts. You want to have at least 20 posts. Again, 80% travel related, 20% about your business opportunity. Have that in your travel group before you start adding new people, because no one wants to be added to an empty group. You want to give them a reason to want to stay in your group, because the moment you put them in there, before they jump out, they're going to scroll and see what you have going on. And if they see something that interests them, then they will probably stay in your group. So definitely make sure you get 20 posts in your travel group before you start adding people to it. Now, it's so important to add qualified people. What is a qualified prospect or a qualified person? A qualified person is someone who loves to travel, someone who is business minded, someone that's an entrepreneur. Maybe they own another business. The perfect prospect for me is going to be someone in real estate, someone who's an insurance broker, even a car salesman, someone who manages people. I want people who have a business mind, who want more income, someone who is a homeowner, right? Homeowners, they have a sense of responsibility, so they're always looking for extra income. Someone who's over the age of 25. That means their partying days are over, and on a Friday night, they're going to want to work their business more than go to a club. Someone who has children, right? If you have children, you have a sense of responsibility. You need income. We like to use CHAMPS. So children, homeowner, age over 25, married, right? Married couples are great prospects for the business opportunity. And someone who's successful, someone who has a business or something like that. They are the prospects that you want. Now, one of the things I love to do, so let's take this meeting right here. This meeting in Atlanta is coming up on Sunday. And I want to find some people that I can invite to that meeting. So one of the things you can do is to do a search on Facebook. So just go here and I will type in Atlanta. And then I click on groups. And look at this wonderful group here. Atlanta Black business owners. This group has over 5,000 people in here. That means all 5,000 people in this group are a qualified prospect for me. So what I would do is go into this group and I would start friending people. Successful in Atlanta, this group has over 14,000 members in it. Again, a great group to go in and start friending people. Teachers in Atlanta, a great group, right? There's over 4,000 people in this group. You can join it. Once they accept you, you can actually go in and start friending people. All right, so I can just go in here and pick somebody. And if they have their page set up where you can send them a friend request, that's the other thing. Not everybody has a page where you can start friending. So, okay, so here's one. This person is a doctor. So all I can do is I can just go down here and add her as a friend. She's someone that I'd want to get to know. Or I would come down to here. 13 people like this post celebrating this person. And here, it'll show you everybody that you're friends with. So I would literally just go down the list. And I would start friending anybody that I am not friends with. Because everybody that's in this group, for me, is a qualified prospect. Teachers are great for the travel business because a lot of times they are off in the summertime, and so they're looking for extra income. So look, this one she's a teacher, and it looks like she's already in the travel business. Look at that. So I usually will just, when I'm in here, I find a post where a lot of people have liked it. And then again, I just kind of go down and friend request everybody that I'm not friends with. Notice I do not post in other people's groups about my business opportunity because that's spam. unless they specifically say, hey, does anyone have any ideas for a home-based business? If they do that, I might respond. Usually I don't, because then there's 50,000 other of my business partners in there who start posting about it. So I usually take the back door and I just friend the person who made the post. And then I put them in my travel group. So again, once the person accepts your friend request, then you add them to your travel group. So Melanie, somebody named Melanie. Melanie accepted my friend request. So then you just go to your travel group. So it's, Melanie Libby accepted my friend request. So she's someone that I would just automatically put in my travel group. I don't have to say anything to her. Now, um, every now and then you may get someone who inboxes you and says, do I know you? Right? They're wondering, why did you send me a friend request? We have no friends in common. Do I know you? Or maybe they'll say, why did you send me a friend request? So usually I just give them a response like, hey, I, love connecting with like-minded professionals like yourself. On social media. I'm always looking to, network with people. What business are you in? And I just kind of share, I'm an entrepreneur in the travel industry. And right now I am expanding in the UK and France. What business are you in? So I always turn it back like, I reached out to you. I sent you a friend request because you seem to be like a like-minded professional like myself. Here's the business that I'm in. What business are you in? People love to talk about their business. So if you start asking them about their business, their guard is gonna go down. They're gonna start to share information with you. And again, you're just creating a relationship with them. At that point, I don't always jump in and share my business opportunity with them. But when I add them to my travel group, they're not gonna jump out. So, that's how I respond to people like that. But the other thing is, since I friended all those people from Atlanta, what's going to happen is as they accept my friend request and I add them to my travel group, they're going to start scrolling and then boom, they're going to see an opportunity meeting for Atlanta coming up. And so if there's someone like this, the group I was in, they were teachers, they're off for the summer, looking for extra income, they may like this post, they may, who knows, so this is called attraction marketing. I don't have to say anything to anyone. I just put things in my group that people would like, and then I friend those people that are looking for this type of opportunity, and then they see it and they reach out to me because I'll have a call to action. Please post RSVP in the comments below if you plan to attend. So anybody who plans to attend this, they'll post RSVP. I will inbox them and say, I'd love to follow up with you on Sunday the 10th, just to answer any questions that you have about the opportunity. Okay. So, and you can also do that to promote the travel side of your business. So let's say you want to be a destination wedding specialist. So you can actually do a post that talks about destination weddings and how great they are and how they save you time and money and headaches. And then you just, again, do a search for brides 2018. Right? And then click on groups. And then you can join this group here. These are 2018 brides to be. There's over 1,000 members in this group. You start to friend them, you add them to your travel group, and then they're going to see that post that you did about, destination weddings. And you can do that for anything. So always just kind of put yourself in the mind of your ideal qualified prospect. Where would they be? What type of group would they join on Facebook? And then you just go into that group and you start friending those people, and they're going to be attracted to what you have in your travel group. So that is how to market on social media your travel business. That is how you want to be compliant. Again, the company I'm with, it's two separate companies. There's a marketing side and there's a travel side. But when I am in my travel group, I am operating as a travel agent. So I cannot share the logo or the company name about the marketing company that I am with. And this is something that you can use with any business, this attraction marketing. Again, just create a group that focuses on the product that you're selling. You want to always make your group public. You want to always control the content so no one can come into my travel group and post without me. They can't initiate a post without me approving it. That prevents people from promoting their business in my travel group or saying something negative or anything like that. So I have my settings set up where I totally am the only one that can initiate a post, and I also have to approve any post that someone wants to put out. But just keep your, at the end of the day, you just want to keep the content fresh. Some people ask me, well, how many times a day do you post in your group? I probably post sometimes 3 or 4 times a day. You want to post first thing in the morning before people leave for work, because you have to think about yourself. How often do you check Facebook? What times a day are you checking it, right? Usually the first thing people do when they get up in the morning is go to the bathroom. But they also take their phone with them, right? Because while they're sitting there, they are checking their Facebook. So for me, it's important that I get a post out first thing in the morning when people are checking their social media. Another good time of the day is at lunchtime. So anytime between 11:30 and 1:30 in the afternoon, when people and you can test this theory out when you're at your job. Go to the break room at noontime and see what people are doing besides eating. Everybody is on their phones. So that is a good time to also post in your travel group when people are checking. Of course, in the evening, 7, 8 o'clock, everybody gets home from work, they take care of the kids, they're doing whatever they need to do, and then they're on their social media. So those are good times. And then you also want to make up for the different time zones as well. Another thing that I want to talk to everyone about is your personal page. Your personal page is just as important as your travel group, because when you friend a new person, and I guarantee you, one or a few of those people that I just friended, we probably have zero friends in common, right? And so when I send them a friend request, to those teachers, they're going to be like, "Who's Tanisha Burke? Who is she? I don't even have any friends in common with her. Why is she sending me a friend request?" So one of the first things that people do before they accept your friend request is they go to your personal page and see, what are you about? Who is this person? Is this someone that I want to be associated with on Facebook? And so what are they going to see about me? They're going to see, oh, she's an entrepreneur. She likes helping people upgrade their lifestyle. Here she's talking about $1 million mindset. She's a Christian. She believes in God. Um, they get to see my smile here. She's positive. I like her energy. That's what they're going to say. I like her energy. Um, I'm a family person. I love to eat. Look, 4th of July, I'm showing, my family having dinner. And then they see, a couple of travel posts and they'll be like, oh, she must be a travel agent. Okay, you know what? I was just planning on a trip. All right, I'm going to accept her friend request. And that's what they do. They're going to accept my friend request. And then once they do that, sometimes right away, sometimes I might wait a day or two. I'm going to add them to my travel group. And hopefully they will see my income post and post the $sign or post for more info. Reach out to me. So it's super important that your personal page shows people who you are. That's your resume. So show that you love to travel, show that you love to have fun, show that you are a professional. And one of the things that you want to do is Make sure that the privacy setting on your personal page is such that you cannot be tagged in anyone else's post without your permission, that people cannot add things to your timeline without your permission, because the last thing you want to do is have someone tag you on a video that's maybe vulgar or very unprofessional or very controversial, and then you friend a professional like a doctor or a lawyer or a real estate agent, and then they go to your timeline and they see this vulgar video. You don't want that, because now they're going to decline your friend request, and you may not have even known that someone tagged you in that post. So you got to be very, very careful and protect your timeline. This is your resume, right? You only get one chance to make a first impression. So I encourage everyone to scroll down your timeline, and what does your timeline say about you? What does it say about you? And, go live on your personal page as well. People like to see that. I often go live on my personal page, again, just so people can see my personality, see that I like to have fun. I want to attract people who are just like me: sharp, ambitious, driven, professional. That is who I want to attract. So that is what my Facebook personal page needs to say about me. So that concludes the training for today. I hope you all found value. Go ahead and make those travel groups, and I wish you much success. Thank you, and good night.